So, can
you can also hide the ruler from others if Purry you want to be sneaky with your
Does anyone
AoEs
remember
and
what
such.
happened last time?
Oh, that's cool.
I don't think you heard me.
No,
Okay.
you were.
Thank you. Whatever did that. So, what did happen last time when we play?
Well, Purry, before we get into that, on behalf of the group, I think the group would like to say a couple words from each of us. We have a couple things to tell you. So, start out, whoever wants to go first.
I hate you.
Okay, Anthony, you're first now. Congrats.
This is an intervention.
Purry is best DM and best boy. We all love Purry. Those are my words.
Wade?
Despite my absences since joining this party, I do look forward to Tuesdays, and I feel so bad every single time I can't make it, due to outside events outside of my control. But thank you for having me, Purry, and thank you for inviting me for on your ongoing campaign, and I look forward to the sessions to come.
I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, I've known you since like the Saturday game. You've only made me love D&D more, and you've put up with my stupid bullshit this entire time with nearly getting killed every single time with Zelda. But it's great, and I absolutely love this campaign and everything that we've been doing so far.
Stop talking.
No, keep going.
So,
We're replacing this with Monster Hunter compliment. You get one or the other, Purry. Choose.
no, I just want to... It's my turn. No, I just want to say like that... I mean, it's amazing, Purry, and you know that. I know that you might not always think so, but you know so. That it's amazing. We're having an amazing time. I love all of you, and I'm so grateful for you doing this, because my life would suck so much more without this.
Purry, you and I, we started out playing D&D together on Roll20, and it has been a long, fun road. It's been this is my Tuesdays. Every week, this is what I look forward to. Getting together with the group, getting together with you, and, just having this thing between all of us that we can all enjoy and come together for. And I really do appreciate it. No matter what we go through in life, this is something I believe from, hearing all of us, we can all look forward to this. So, on behalf of the group, if you could please give me a handout. Could you give me a handout? And keep it open on your end.
Okay.
I love how confused he is.
I hope so. See, I'm starting to regret it when you make noises like that.
It's a very weird version of the Wilhelm scream.
Alright, so you have it open on your screen?
Yes, boss.
Like I said, on behalf of the group, we thought that it would be a good idea to give back to you for as much as you've given to us. So, in just a moment, you should see this on the note.
That's amazing.
We thought we would all pitch in, and we wanted to give you the Tristers.
That's amazing, guys.
Stop hiding behind the microphone, Purry.
I can't.
You have no idea how hard it's been not to talk about this.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, guys.
We've had like a super secret Skype group to be like,
Yeah, we
okay,
have
who's
one.
next?
And Purry, the main issue for me has been that we fucking need to stay alive.
Why do you think I was so
We've been
concerned
doing
last
this
week?
for the past how many sessions now? I want to say what? 4, maybe 5?
No, more.
More.
Yeah.
Would have been about
But we
6.
Yeah, we decided to do this a while ago for you, for all of us, to commemorate this game, and like I said, everything you've given to us, we want to give back to you a little bit. So, we hope you enjoy. This is your D&D party. From left to right, you have Adric, Darius, Zeldor, Helen, and Kian.
I had figured it out, but thank you.
It's pretty
And,
if you got our looks,
and on top of that, we all have our own individuals as well.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Purry, you actually owe us new tokens now.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you do.
I will happily make those tokens.
So we started our secret conversation April 15th.
Yeah.
So it's been almost exactly 4 months
Oh,
Yeah.
so
that we've
lovely.
been keeping this a secret.
in a third of the year. In
And it's been
secret.
extremely hard.
Yes. It's
Oh,
been very
amazing,
hard.
though. It is absolutely amazing, guys.
That would have been really bad to say. It's like, hey, our portrait's finished. Next session, we die.
I mean, last session was so fucking close.
We're
I've
nearly going to
also
be 2 people
technically
being
died
removed from
already.
Yeah, you have died.
Technically, Kian is dead. Technically,
Yeah.
Kian was dead, and that worried me
So
for sure.
Kian's
technically
portrait
a
just
walking
starts
corpse.
fading away. Kian just
That's
has like
wonderful.
a...
Thank you so much, guys. That's so wonderful.
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Fingers
So
crossed it's on the
now I get to go change my profile picture.
Man.
Change the box.
I'm wordless. Thank you so much, guys. Phew. Okay.
Now DM for us.
Do you need a breather, or do you?
I think we should...
Oh, my
We
cheeks.
should have done this maybe before the half an hour point.
Yeah. That's why I was getting so itchy. I was like, let's start. Let's start.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. And you guys make Tuesdays worth living and all that. And I fell on the spot. I love you all so much as well. And now my
We love
mouth will
you.
dry. Oh.
I
My
feel
cheeks
like
feel like
now...
they're burning. This is awful. Attention. Ugh. Okay. Whew. So, what happened last time?
We
well,
almost fucking died.
well, 3 of those portraits wouldn't have mattered anymore because 3 of us nearly got murdered, so... we had a lovely encounter with a hag.
Why do I not remember the hags?
How do you not remember the hag? It nearly nat
I
20'd
don't
you.
know.
It
I don't
murdered
remember the
me and
hags
Helen
at all.
immediately.
You don't. You still don't. You still. Are...
I think his memory just forced to forget it.
Maybe because
I remember everything but the hags.
It was the troll. The troll kid, the little child troll that,
Okay. I
Yeah.
remember the troll child.
Yeah.
Yes.
and he had the coin that he could call on the hag.
Which,
It was an
And there-
Annis hag.
Yeah, and then there were 2 more in the cave that we decided not to find. We were running away and they chased
Oh yes. Okay.
which
The
involves...
troll child has triggered my memory.
more importantly, you managed to get the big group of people to the Bluemouth tribe.
us.
which is a problem because
However-
of the
Yeah.
supplies.
Yeah, however, they didn't have enough food, so you need to then help them out even further. Well, you can help
Went
them out
to
even further, should I say.
Zephra.
Like
Yes.
getting back in time.
Went to Zephra, and then the big volcano smoke monster thing came out
Blasted up.
and was like,
And now it
"Rawr."
looks like a creature of immense destruction. So that's your guys' thanks for that image, for that commission you've made. Oh. Okay. So yes, you made it to Zephra after being bombarded by some annoying kids with stones.
Oh god, I remember that,
Someone
yeah.
took a point of damage.
That was me.
Zeldor.
After being backbreakered, these little shits dropping.
But we refrained from killing children.
That's good.
I don't know, after those last ones just nearly killed me, it's tempted to break that golden rule.
Okay, so compose yourself. Here we go. Into D&D we go. So, all of your eyes distract themselves from the rising danger to the view of the beautiful mountain village of Zephyra. Tents lay before rising homes of stone, which are behind. There are a few trees planted in aesthetic and strategic points, placements that help split paths or grow from within houses. Almost competitively, they rise from different homes. Currently, 2 are being worked on. However, the arborists, I think it is, tree surgeons, are hanging from an invisible rope, eyeing north to the immense creature that is currently emerging. You hear a whooshing sound as several adults, kids, and teens comes whooshing past on the large winged riders, gliding carefully to the ground. They land and leave the sails to fall over as they run to a large central wooden building. At first glance, it appears to be a tree. However, after a second of observation, you can see it is in fact a construction of wood. Between the wooden boards that twist with impossible angles, you see a white pulsing light inside. As you follow the construction upwards, it splinters open, and a pillar of a light emerges from the middle where it sort of pulls out. A small shrouds of whitish clouds hug a small silver ball of swirling energy in the sky above it. As the benevolent clouds bellow upwards, the dark creatures of smoke eyes seem to alight with fire. A peerless gaze watches... Oh shit, what have I done? Okay. I've just undone it, hang on. A gaze watches over all as it continues to climb out. A torso now appearing as you see from the middle of the village. A small form flies up and outwards of the village with a loud whoosh flying through the village. Sorry, and past you, the villagers start to leave their huts and tents and trees to see what's going on. Healing this place gives you a small stab of nostalgia before the wave of guilt sort of fills you a little. As you watch the form disappear towards the shadows, you see a beam of light fly from it, a strike through the smoke that heads towards it. You see the head turns towards this small creature heading towards it. And then you see an additional 4 of these elven-like creatures come out of huts and start to fly up towards the twirling robes that have been following you for so long. You can see that these elves outnumber the shadows, and you can see them quite easily firing lightning and using their staves to battle the creatures in the sky as they sort of twist and turn like pirouettes in the sky. And as you are watching this, you hear a gentle from below, and as your eyes turn to view a gnome with very feminine features and clothes to match, light and silky pink tunic and red pants that become see-through past the upper thighs to modestly show off a fair pair of legs. Can I help you?
Yes. Hi, I'm Helin.
Well, Helden, I'm Gildren.
Nice to meet you. These are my friends. That's Darius and Kian and Adric and Saldor.
She sort of eyes over to you, and her eyes linger a little bit on you, Zelda.
We come from the tribe, the Bluemouth tribe.
Ah, yes. Of course, there's quite some trouble they have.
We want to know some more information about what's happening. No unbiased, kind of.
She sort of looks at you and sort of looks behind at the figure. She's like, yes, okay. And as she sort of looks behind, you can see there's a small black dot floating up towards the ball in the light. It seems to just be floating through the tube of light that extends from the central tree. Just well, not long ago, we had a small intrusion from the blue mouths. They came where they didn't belong. We promised to give them food, and they kind of took it from us.
Was it made with bad intent?
Well, they didn't ask for it or pay for it, as per usual. But no one was harmed. But we told them there and then that our deal was off.
Have you had any other dealings with them before, or was that the first?
No, yes, we've had a long-standing contract where we brought them lots of food.
Okay. Did they say why they just didn't pay this time, or?
Well, they don't really speak common.
Oh no, we know.
And our translator, we're not a very big village.
No.
Was not here.
They are they are starving down there, and there's been some bad things going on, which left some refugees on their doorstep, so to speak.
Well, like I said, our translator's not there anymore. It is rather sad to hear that they've got problems, but well,
If you don't like the blue ones, or the red ones, fine to feed.
Helen just looks at Kian.
I mean, if the blue ones are stealing, the red ones have only just arrived, then we could just feed them.
we're not a charity. We would need payment from them.
How long ago was it that your translator disappeared?
He didn't disappear. He just went elsewhere for a while, like a holiday.
What's the payment?
Well, that's for us to negotiate with them, I suppose. It's not.
I mean, we speak common though. You could just negotiate it with us.
Do you wish to pay?
Well, it depends on what the pay is.
Well, the Blue Mouths, they provided us with work and rare resources.
What resources?
They make a certain, the way they handle wood, they fold it into a blade, unlike we've ever seen before.
Okay.
And they were teaching some of our more studious smithers how to fold a weapon of wood.
But they stopped, or?
Well, we refused to send our people down there. We refuse to contact them if they're going to steal from us. They should wait their turn.
Well, they are okay. Right now, the situation is that they are starving, and the refugees is not making the situation easier. I do understand that you're not a charity, but like cutting off the communication, it will probably mean that the tribe will die and you will never gain the knowledge.
Oh, I doubt it. They have plenty of game down there. They are just being lazy.
Okay, sure.
I wouldn't really say that they're being lazy, more like they're dealing with supernatural attacks, I would say.
Supernatural?
The red ones are, I don't think the blue ones are.
Well, the blue ones, not per se, but it's like, who knows when that's going to affect them.
Well, listen, I can't really talk for the entire village.
So who can?
Well, currently our mistress has just gone off to fight whatever that is. She sort of nods towards the large group of, or the large smoke creature, and the rest of the council are fighting those things that are following you. And you can now, as you look over, you can see sort of the flying things are being defeated and starting to tear up. Bubble-like holes sort of expand through their body as they are destroyed. Then the small group starts to fly off northward straight away towards a huge shadow that is currently swinging and fighting back with a single individual. Although you can't see the single one that's currently over there, you can see where this creature is actually swinging its fists to attack it. So large is it.
Okay. Okay, can we wait until they come back, or?
Yes, well, as you can see, we're rather busy. Perhaps you can help with provisions or lend prayers to our mistress?
Sure. I look at the others.
And now, as she sort of looks back, you can see that you assume to be sort of village guards, brawny, leather-covered men and women, heading to different homes and tents to remove people and take them to this big central tree. Oh, it seems that we're evacuating. Would you like to come? Zelda, she offers her hand to you and smiles sweetly. Her eye contact intense before red hits her cheeks, and she looks to the rest of the group.
Can I make an insight check on this lady?
She's
seems
got a
weird.
fur fetish.
Yeah, but she seems weird also.
I encountered a furry. Oh no.
You are a furry. Why are you complaining?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
the ones. 14.
Sure.
She likes big, strong men. Okay.
Let's big,
That's all it is.
strong.
9.
Maybe she just has a fetish for, tall people, because you are like the tallest one in the group.
It's the ears. Trust me. I bet it's the ears.
So yeah, Healing, not quite so much, but Zelda, you've seen this look in both men and women's eyes before. There's certainly this individual is certainly attracted to you.
Oh, great. Certainly, miss. Grab a hand. I'll try and help in whatever way I can around here.
She said we're evacuating. Would you like to come? Then offered a hand.
Yeah, I would accept the hand and go down.
We're going to escape through a tree.
Okay. So yeah, you start to head towards the central tree. That isn't actually a tree, it's a wooden building, but built in a magical fashion to make it look very similar. And you walk up into this path leads open to a wooden opening, sort of like a cave entrance. In the way it's just arched open, but it's so large that you sort of reminiscent of a large opening, such as a cave entrance. And you see a lot of people are starting to walk in. From the looks of it, it doesn't look like there's lots of people living here. Maybe 400, 500 at most. And you can currently see children, adults, and teens and the like currently just heading crowding into this tree. And now at the top you can see several black dots just flying up this tube of light. It's about 5 minutes past, and she lets go of your hand, Zelda. It seems she's feeling a bit awkward. Didn't think this through.
Neither did I. I was staring a little bit way up.
She's just on next to you now.
She's a gnome, yeah?
Yeah.
So Zeldor is hunched down to hold her hand the whole time.
I'm like hunchback of Notre Dame over here.
She's holding her hand up like this, and he's sort of, it works.
There's a little bit of like crouching involved.
Okay, so you enter in. It's a fairly interesting building. It's as you walk in through. There's sort of what seems to be a reception area, and then there's this huge, almost glass-like tube where you can just see as like 4 people at a time go into it, and then you just watch as they slowly go up and then just fly up into it. And it seems to be going on. There seems to be a queue for it.
Neat.
You can hear this loud growling roar that sort of, you can tell it's definitely from a distance, but it's still loud enough to make people start to sort of cover their ears, at least the younger ones. Most adults deal with it with sort of, it's a loud noise. Darius and Keen.
Oh.
You can hear soft whispers of a familiar voice. I can help. There are things I can do.
Nope. Nope.
Well, for Keen, it's more like, Yeah, Darius, you hear clearly someone trying to invoke a usage of a certain item.
Don't do it. Your feet will go furry.
Oh right, that's still you at the moment, isn't it, kid? You got furry feet.
Yeah, I still got furball feet.
Yeah, he has furry feet.
For I don't remember how long.
A week.
A week or so.
He tries to speak telepathically instead of like just muttering it out to see if he can make that connection. That one time we used you was just a one-off. Leave us alone.
No, you think you can kill this thing by yourself?
And you're too risky to use. You can't trust that you'll...
I'm dead.
Yeah, and we don't know exactly what's going to happen if we use your crystals.
I will help you fix the world.
I'm sure. Promises don't mean much. Giving a word does, on your own name. Then I might consider it.
As you say, Darius, on my word as a Dala, I will help you fix the world.
At a time of my choosing, not yours.
The longer you wait, the more damage that thing would do.
We'll see. And he just stops.
Okay. So yeah, the line is getting closer and closer.
Can I look around to see if I see anybody like hidden in the crowd? Like they're a spy?
Sure. Roll an investigation check.
Oh. Natural 20.
Okay.
All of them are spies.
Purry is now inventing a spy.
Yes. No, you're spotting certain individuals. The only weird or interesting thing you spot are there are several people strategically located to sort of help split up queues to make sure certain no kids get pushed away from their family. Everyone's kept together, and it's at least a decent experience. No one's losing any grandparents or anything that are wandering off.
But no one looks suspicious.
It doesn't look like there's any agents of darkness here to...
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's shady people everywhere you live, but they don't look like they're reporting to some sort of evil lord.
We've lost people.
That's fine.
Darius wants to speak to the little gnome next to Tal'Dorei. Yeah, kind of redundant. Where are we evacuating to? Where does this go?
Oh, well, we're the Ashari people. This is the Ashari gate.
Can't hear you, Purry.
We are the Ashari people. This is the Ashari gate. Where do you think we're going?
You know what beats me? I don't know much about the Ashari people, so...
I already heard stories, really, of them, to be fair, so...
Is there more Ashari elsewhere that we're going to?
Well... Right, you are a ignorant lot, huh? We're going to the elemental air... Well, the plane of elemental air. We have a small base there.
So we're going to an actual plane. To hide
I'm
out.
gonna start edging forward in the line now.
Yeah. You see one of those enforcers sort of pulls out a truncheon and starts to like hit you backwards, like, you know, back in your spot.
Hello. What we doing here?
Yeah, Bobby with the boob hat. Yeah. Now you're slowly getting closer and closer. Eventually, it is your turn to head into the tube 4 at a time.
So is there like a special command thing we got to say, a password, or?
Yes. You have to scream as loud as possible. You go faster.
It's
Funny how
my
no
turn.
one else has done that yet, so I'm going to have to take that as a bit of sarcasm.
She just smiles and walks.
When it's my turn, I'm just gonna stand in the circle and start going woo the whole time.
Okay. So yeah, she pulls you in, Zeldor, and another couple head in with you two, and you start to slowly go up, and then just fly
Just
up.
turns to everyone else like, I don't know what's going on. It's
As
just
he's
so confused.
slowly floating up, and then just disappears. Okay. Healing walks in. Anybody else?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go in.
I'll go with.
It's just the last 4 of us anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you step in and you fly. You slowly head up and then you fly up. It doesn't feel too weird. It's sort of your vision blurs, and then all of a sudden you're on this deserted, rocky face. There's not much detail around until you sort of your eyes go up and you can see there's this hang on. Until you look up and you can see that the sky is built with impossibilities, as there are villages and towns built on clouds. And this gnome turns to you, Zeldor. Says, well, are you coming? She just starts to fly up towards him.
I'm just like still kind of like in awe, just looking around the place, like just as he slowly just walks forward, just trying to get a lay of the land.
Yeah, so
I'm
you
just gonna immediately start running around looking at everything.
So you step forth. I mean, there's not much to look at on this ground floor. It seems it's been abandoned or it's untouched for whatever reason. But it's essentially just a dead, rocky face, like almost desert, but not
But like
exactly like desert. It's barren. It's like a red, rocky area. It's over in the sky. Yeah, it's full of towers and all sorts of yummy, interesting buildings.
Do I see any air element?
Currently looking around, no.
Oh.
There are none just floating about.
As soon as Darius and everyone else lands, he just like instantly just pulls his book back out and just like frantically writing everything he's seeing.
You see everyone just starts to fly upwards towards the clouds.
Ah, shit.
I can't fly.
Oh, this is absolutely amazing.
Is this what you magic people normally just get? You get to visit places like this?
Just as a hunch, can I try to pull
Honestly,
out
I
my
don't-
blanket and
Honestly,
use
I
it
don't
as a
know.
parachute to carry me up?
Okay.
Is there an updraft?
Yeah, like
It does not
parachute.
feel like there's an updraft currently.
Shit! I don't know how to fly.
You can see
I can't do that.
the gnome gets halfway up. She looks down to you, Zeldor.
I can't
coming?
fly.
Oh.
I'm just gonna put my hands up in the air and start hopping and hope somebody carries me.
The most I could do is throw Kian like maybe 20 feet, and that's just first. That's if we can get flywise.
Oh, that might work.
Well, I suppose to see you up there. She continues to fly up.
Great, thanks. Darius, I don't suppose you have anything that makes us fly at all? Damn it.
Is anybody carrying me while I'm hopping?
No, they're just looking at you. You can see
Just looking at him like he's...
Just don't associate with the weird gnome with the furball
Somebody
feet.
carry me!
Just don't associate with him and you're fine.
You can see there's not a lot of people. There's about 20 or 30 people that come through and sort of look up and then look around confused as they see you jumping, Keen, and someone else starts to jump, like trying to make their way off the ground. And they look confused that they can't get off the ground.
I'm gonna pull up my rope. I'm gonna try to rope somebody.
So their leg as they're flying away.
Sure.
Gonna lasso them.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to lasso myself a ride.
Okay, so
What roll do I make?
roll me a d20 plus your dex and proficiency.
Sounds good.
Now here's the problem. How are you going to land?
That'll come later. 8. Shit.
So you throw it, and it just hits the ground.
How high up is it? The floating towers and stuff?
Minimum 200 feet.
Oh god.
Oh,
it's
fuck.
so high up.
Alright. I guess we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way and walk it.
Walk into the air.
Quite literally. I don't know. Maybe it's better for your feet walking this way. I don't
You
know.
now see some of the people are starting to band together, sort of looking around.
So it's other Ashari that don't know how to fly are the ones stuck, yeah?
You assume them to be part of the Ashari tribe, yeah?
I want to walk up to them.
Okay.
Hey, so how do you get up there if you don't know how to fly?
I don't know. I think they've left us.
You think that's because they're more experienced? They're Asharis and like they
What do
can
you mean
actually
you don't
fly?
know?
I was only visiting here to trade.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Oh, funny about that. I think we were doing that as well. Well,
I can't be here.
Alright.
How do I get back?
We'll make a human tower. Everybody just band together. We're gonna start stacking each other up. We're all gonna climb up there.
pick it up,
And then we're gonna
pyramid
land a
up
rope
there.
down.
Okay, so you see one person climbs on the shoulders. And you see the third person tries to climb up and the whole thing comes tumbling down. It's like, I don't think it's gonna work.
You need a structural bottom base and then build up from there like a pyramid.
I think you're having me on.
Well, you know
How many
options
people are
right
there?
now.
30 at most.
Oh, that's not enough.
Oh no.
We need at least like
We
100
need like
people.
30 people that are about my size, about 7 foot. And we're a bit fucked on that end. Well, we've got nothing else to do than to really try and get over there and walking, and well, we're not gonna get there by pyramids, flying, since none of us have flying abilities, and none of us here have wings, so...
Can I start looking around to see if there's some, like, anything that's supposed to be a way to get up there if you don't fly?
Sure, roll me a perception
a
check.
teleport pad, a
Jump pad.
a jump pad.
Roll me a perception check.
I think at this point I'll just start walking and doing the long way.
18.
Looking around, you can see you are thoroughly abandoned.
Fuck. I was so excited to come here too. And now I'm sad.
Alright, so just look at the environment and it'll keep you nice and entertained for about an hour before you panic.
You now
I will
see
know it and carry me.
some of the people open up their packs. Someone's now making a tent. It seems they are intent on staying.
Is this area completely flat or is there like rocks and stuff?
You can see about maybe 300 feet away there is a cliff face heading up. It's not completely flat, desolate, like flat land. It just is very reminiscent of a desert with peaks.
Is there any way I could build a hang glider?
Do you have air-resistant material and wood to make a glider from?
I have Helen's priest robes.
Okay, yeah, you can tear into those.
and a bag of sand.
Okay, counterweight's important, I suppose.
A crowbar.
Yeah, okay.
I have nothing to make a hang glider. Shit. I think we're stuck here, guys.
Yeah, you can see a couple people heading back to where they sort of spawned from, like, trying to look for a way. It does not seem like there is a way back down here. However, looking up to the city or village in the sky, you can see there is the same light beam up there.
How big is the beam? Or is it hard to see?
It basically it's weird because it's in the clouds, and then you can only just sort of see it through some of it.
Alright, well... Oh, we don't have our tent with us. Shit.
I see some people, starting to like erect different tents now.
Alright.
See, there's a family that is basically a father and a mother that are currently sort of standing protectively around their 3 children.
I'm just gonna go sit with the other people who are stuck, and I'm gonna start making like a makeshift tarp out of my blanket.
Your blanket and crowbar.
To get some shade, I guess.
Okay.
Is it super sunny here?
It's bright. It's not hot, but it's bright.
Alright, then I'll make a makeshift shade cover and just kind of sit there and wait.
As you're sitting there, you start to feel a tingling all over your sort of chest area.
A similar tingling?
A very similar tingling. And you hear sort of like a distorted voice start to come through. Hello?
Is it the same voice as before?
It's the same voice.
Okay.
You're closer, I sense. Why have you come to this plane?
I don't know, really? They were just like, hey, we're escaping, and I was like, oh yeah, the airplane sounds cool, and I went there.
Oh. You've made a mistake.
Ah, fuck.
You hold one of the very rare shards that exists from the plane sent to the material plane, and you have brought it into an accessible location. I would keep an eye out if I were you.
Oh no, I totally forgot. Good job.
Ruh-roh.
As we're speaking, I can sense a disturbance.
Close by?
I do not know. I am on the fire plane, but I can sense a disturbance within our society.
I'm gonna start slowly looking around at all the people stuck down here.
Yep.
Do any of them look suspiciously towards me?
Roll me an insight check.
Insight. Ooh, a 6!
Yeah, they all look really busy.
Busy and suspicious. I'm gonna start moving away from them.
Moves his head to the other side.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just gonna be holding my gun and constantly looking at everybody.
That's gonna reduce tension around camp.
See,
I'm that fucking down in the bayou right now. Super paranoid. What was that? Sorry, hold on. What was that fire lady's name?
Adara?
Adara, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, and do you need a drink or something? Because you look quite tense.
No, I'm fine.
Sure.
Yeah,
Don't seem fine.
I'm fine.
It's a furbo feat, isn't
They're
it?
fine.
Oh, poor fucking. Yeah, no, I'm just walking around. I'm just trying to look around to see if there's anything around at all.
Keen, as you're suspiciously eyeing around, you can see in the far distance what looks to be like a small tear. And then the tear is wreathed in flames.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh no.
How far away?
Poor. I mean, you're having to use your eagle eye to sort of spy it.
Man, I need to buy a telescope so badly.
But from wherever it is, to you it looks like a small tear. Oh, well that was quick.
I'm just gonna jump up and start yelling, they're here! Oh, they're gonna kill me!
Pull out my grey axe then as I see him freaking his shit out.
Yeah.
like Zelda,
There's
no
church around,
hesitation. He's just like, yeah!
Whoa! What the hell, kid?
Okay.
Who can? Where? What's going on?
It's the fucking elementals, they're gonna rip my chest out!
We're in an
Point them out. Where are they?
Yeah. Of course,
Point towards the
elementals.
tear.
Yeah, you can see in the very far distance this small, what looks like a tear, and on the horizon, there's this flame sort of wreathing out of it. In fact, it looks more like an entrance to hell than an entrance to a different plane.
Oh, okay, that's a little different.
That's much more comforting, right?
Yeah.
I liked it better when I thought it was elementals.
Roll initiative for Satan.
Kian, what, why are they after you? What are you talking about?
I don't really know. I just got this elemental thing, and I put it on my thing, and then they're like, "Oh, they're gonna rip it out," and then it was like, "Oh, but they're coming for you, brother."
You did lie to me when you
Big
found something in
mistake.
that fire elemental things that we fought when we first encountered them.
Kinda, yeah.
You son of the... Give me a good reason why I should help you right now with these fire elementals.
So I don't know. I'm having a fucking panic attack. I've apparently made a huge mistake, and this lady's like, "Oh, you made a mistake. Way to go, dumbass."
Okay.
They're fucking coming. Are we fighting them or what? I don't actually know what's coming. I'm gonna run over to the refugees, and I'm gonna start telling them they should probably run.
Okay. They start looking at you, then looking around, and some of them start to pack up and start walking away.
Adric pipes up that there's no need to panic.
Oh, there's all the need to panic.
There's
ready for
one guy
something.
going, panic. There's one guy going, no, don't panic.
We don't... Do we actually see this hellhole at the moment, or is it
You
just
can see it
getting...
getting bigger.
Do we
Has
see
anything
anything
come
stepping
through yet?
through it?
No, it does not look like there's anything currently coming out of it, but
Okay.
either they're too small to see, or nothing is coming through.
Okay, how about we investigate this, like, us and any other strong, able people, and civilians get to a safer distance. We'll try and take care of this. Mainly with violence, I imagine, but we'll deal with it. And Kian, you might, if you have anything other information that you might know about this, or fire, planes, or really what the hell that is, because that is quite concerning.
I honestly wish I could tell you, but I have no fucking idea.
Well, we gotta deal with it somehow. Clearly it's not supposed to belong in this plane.
And unfortunately, we're not going anywhere anytime soon. So, let's get going.
Yeah.
Darius is going to start making his way towards the tear.
I'm heading there, but I've got my great axe ready in case something flies out.
Boys, I'm a good 30 to 60 feet behind with crossbow.
Okay. So is anyone out front, or are you travelling as a group?
I am behind everybody.
I would probably, imagining because I'm normally on point, I'd probably be, front.
I will stay a very clean and calculated 150 feet away from the front line.
Okay.
Darius would only be like 10 feet away from, the front line. Because he wants to get a better look at this.
And I'll renew Zeldor's Cure Wounds Infusion.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, have we had a long rest?
No. Also, how many lollipop sticks have you got left?
A shit ton.
Okay, in addition, you have no rations as you used them to get to Zephyra. Don't know if you remember.
We're completely out of rations?
I remember you saying, if it's a week, that is the exact amount of rations I have.
Okay.
But we did cut the time down a couple times.
I'll just
leave.
We didn't take a long rest, but we did take a short rest, though.
I will allow you a day's worth of rations each, sure.
Okay. That's fine.
So yes.
So that's why I have 4.5 left.
So be on the lookout for food. Or you could go and purchase some back at that weird encampment.
And we've had a short rest?
Well, you've had a long rest since you fought the Annis.
All I know is I'm at 19 health.
Wait, did you have a rest before you fought her? You would have had to, or else some of you would have exhaustion right now.
Yeah, some of us had to because we were like, I think I had like 2 points of exhaustion, and I think if I remember, it was Darius, me, and
I think you managed to rest a night. So
We did manage to rest, so I don't have any.
You should be on 19 health unless I really battered you with those children.
I
remember I took a point or two of health because of the children, so
I'll just stay at 19 health. I'm pretty sure I should be there.
Okay.
But since we haven't had a long rest, that means Zeldor's infusion is still good.
oh,
So you still have a Cure Wounds.
that's an action to use that as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Something you notice, Kian, is the floor's quite hot as you are walking with furbolg feet. Your shoes no longer fit.
Rest in peace, shoes.
Yes, they did kind of break
Again.
open.
I'll have to make some more.
Yes, you continue on towards the rift.
Does it look like there's anything peering out with it at all?
Currently, make me a perception check.
Where is my character sheet? There it is. Hey, nat 20.
So yeah, you look, and then sort of your vision enhances, and you can see within.
They zoom in.
Within the rift. Yep, your eyes fly out into the rift. You can currently see what looks like a construction, like there's scaffolding around this rift, and there seems to be a gap between sort of a ledge and the rift itself. So it looks like this thing is being built, but there is no way into it. Like
someone's like constructing into this rift.
Correct.
Like, what the? Kid, you're probably the most experienced when it comes to fireplanes. Why is there a construction really happening in front of the fireplane?
Would I know why at all?
Or
roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, God. 17.
You don't know a whole lot about rift making, but
Nope.
you assume it requires a lot of resources and probably a platform to house it. From that description, it seems like they're building something that can contain a gateway.
They're trying to make it permanent, I think.
And is this scaffolding, all this building, on our side of the plane or on the inside of the
It
plane?
appears to be on the other side.
Rip. The other side, okay. So someone's trying to open it and keep it open.
So yep, as you continue on walking for about an hour. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just asking how far we were away, but when you said an hour, I mean, we're
Very far.
We're a good ways away.
It does not seem much bigger. It seems it's going to be a while till you get to
Oh,
this
it's
thing.
super far away.
And consequently as well, seems to be very large.
Can I just shoot my gun into the air like a flare?
I thought you were gonna say shoot right into the rift. Then I'm like,
I just want the people in their floating towers of amazingness to understand that there's danger, and to please save us.
Okay, so you're flying up into the village town.
Yes, not
Sure.
at it, but just in the air.
Okay.
what if you hit like a poor elemental like flying
There just
by?
happens to be somebody going by.
They just fall to the ground.
You hit a space taxi. An air taxi, and it comes spiraling down.
You hit some kid on a glider.
Okay, so you shoot up. Yeah, you watch as long as you can until the round sort of you can't see it anymore due to its small nature. You're just gonna keep watching.
I don't think I want to get any closer to this portal.
How close are we to the portal at this point?
It's difficult to tell from how far you are away. It's hard to tell because it's so big and also so far away. Like,
I mean,
it's either tiny and really, really close, or tiny and really far, or huge and really far, or medium and kind of close.
I really hope it's tiny.
I guess we might find
Past
out.
it, you go, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like that. Like the size of the
Put your
penny.
finger in it. Done.
Oh, it's just on fire, your finger. I mean, it's clearly not supposed to be here for a reason. I mean, how well do like fire elementals and air ones get along? Like the fire plane and the airplane.
I have no fucking idea.
There is no.
It's just like elves and humans. There's bad blood, there's good blood, there's mixed blood.
Fair.
There are obviously evil and good, neutral sorts of, yeah.
Wild guess, but maybe it has something to do with the fire Ashari, maybe. Like, maybe they're doing something.
No, they're coming for you, Keen.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Only he hears that, right?
Yeah. That's why I'm in the back. Very far away.
Well, Kieran,
I'm
you're...
trying my best, but I am being unheard.
Are we going to be able to fight these things coming out of the portal, or are they just going to come...
No.
Oh, okay. Hey, only stop walking towards the portal. It's not gonna work.
Your best bets were to gain some allies and fast.
Well, what do you suggest we do then, kid?
Did anybody respond to my gunshot in the air?
Currently, no. It doesn't seem one gunshot has done the trick.
We're gonna have to see if we can get the Air Ashari to help us, because otherwise we're fucked.
Darius has an idea. We need to get them to help us, do we?
Yeah.
He aims his hand up and just snaps and sends a firebolt at the town.
Sure.
Yeah, that
You send
works.
a fireball up, and you watch as it disperses around 150 feet up.
We should probably start walking back a bit.
Okay, so we have to really get some height on here if we want to get that fireball.
Well, it's 200 feet up when we're under it, so I can hit it easily. If we want to just start shooting the city to get their attention.
I feel
where you
mixed
are, King, you can
signals.
still probably shoot at it from here.
At 500 feet?
No, that's
No, we're only 200 from it.
Well, that's when we were under it.
yeah. I mean, walking for
Oh, we were
for
under
around, it's a large formation in the sky. It sort of covers.
Alright.
It's still fairly.
Yeah, I'll just plink a building.
Okay. You plink a building. How long do you wait?
Like 5 minutes before I do it again.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen after the first shot or the second shot.
Boy, they're very chill up there, aren't they?
Trying again.
Wait a slightly longer before doing it again,
Okay.
yeah.
About 10 minutes pass and you start to see movement. See what looks to be like a human, so it's like sort of floats around. And starts to
What the fuck is going on?
Starts to come down now.
Does he not see the portal?
Yeah, I mean, do you want to shout up to him?
Yeah!
Okay, he's coming down. What would you say?
What the fuck you doing? Look over there!
Oh yes, we can see that. As he's starting to float down to you. Have you seen anything that's attacking our buildings? Is it coming from the rift?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I just look to the both of them like, are we seriously doing this?
Did you see where or when? What is it?
Oh, it just kind of came through. They haven't like established the portal yet, so maybe they're just taking pot shots through it.
Very primitive weaponry for such a. It doesn't matter.
So I think it's safe to say that, yeah, that's the fire plane there, and why exactly is it here? Why is there like a construction thing going on right about here?
We're working with the council.
But what are you gonna do about all the people down here?
Well, they're kind of. You can fly, yes?
No!
Oh.
Why do you think we're fucking down here?
That gnome lady said,
Well,
like, we'll
perhaps
meet you
are
there.
Fighting for glory, you know, how all the dangerous creatures bring one back for.
No! I can't fucking fly!
Well, in that, the ones on the ground are secondary to the invasion.
Yeah, but they're also probably gonna be the first ones to die.
I think that's what he's trying to say. They're a little bit more expendable.
No, of course not. You're a large priority, all 30 of you.
Insight
welcome
check.
back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go.
I would insight check him as well.
4. What an honest, upstanding gentleman.
What a... He is a role model I should look up to. That's a 0. What a model citizen.
Can,
Zelda, you
can Darius
feel
try?
like this man could potentially be your future husband.
Oh my, what a romantic man.
Can Darius try and incite him?
Mm-hmm.
Healing just to get you up to speed, we're all dying.
Oh,
Giant hell portals open
The
up.
world
Yeah.
is ending.
Sorry,
Definition
I
of
really don't like that
all
commission,
dying.
and I need you. I need a new one.
oh. New characters. Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Do we have a backup?
Yeah, the Neisters.
Oh. Do you think we'll do better if we're nice than trying?
I will find out. 17. Yeah, Darius. He does not seem to give a single shit about you guys. It seems like he's come down because something of value of his is being damaged up there.
Yep.
You don't even care, do you?
Well, put it into perspective. There are thousands of us up there, and why
I understand
waste the
that.
resources on just 30 individuals?
I'm gonna shoot his house.
Really?
Or what I presume is his house.
Go for it.
I just put my hand.
He looks to you with like, huh?
I just put my hand over my head. Oh no.
So you're from the Rift.
What?
He looks just as confused.
Will you please go get somebody more helpful than your fucking ass?
I've come down to investigate the
You're worthless.
Well, no.
Bring somebody helpful.
Well, you're the ones that can't
Fuck
fly.
off.
And he starts to fly off.
I'm gonna shoot his house.
I'm sorry, I wasn't on a fucking Kenku, dude.
Assholes.
Assholes.
She just floats up.
I'm gonna have to pull out 5 more ammo from my bag of holding to
Okay.
replace the one.
So hold on. So what happened so far, Healing or Sandra, is that we are
You're in the plane of air.
we got taxied
What?
to the we got taxied to the air elemental plane.
So
Okay.
Zelda accepted an invitation to the elemental plane of air. Everyone decided to follow him. Everyone's been evacuated here because of the weird demon thing as a precaution.
Okay, sure.
Turns out all the air Ashari can fly, and there were some traders that couldn't, and they sort of assumed you guys would be able to.
But we can't.
Nope.
But currently, unless you have something I don't know about, you can't. And there's about 5 other people down here that can't fly either.
So we're standing on the ground, like.
Yep.
Okay.
They don't appear to be able or want to help. And there's currently a small rift in the distance, or very close, you can't quite tell, where that is surrounded by fire. And somehow Keen knows that this is the fire plane attempting to make its way into the airplane.
And rip my chest out.
Okay.
Oh, and the floor to the airplane is very dangerous.
Okay, sure. Okay, so but we're on the ground and we want to go where? Do you want to fly up?
Well, we need help.
To do what?
Either get the hell out of here or close that fire plane rift thing that's open.
Or kill whatever is potentially going to come out of it.
Which we just got advised that we can't beat that thing.
Yes.
Okay, so how do we get out of here?
We don't know.
Did we arrive in a portal, or did we?
Yes, but you can't go back through it.
It's,
You sort of just phased onto the rocks.
do we know where there's a portal back to the material plane?
You assume up in that place where the light's coming from, up in the sky.
Okay, so there's a place up there. Like
Yeah.
there's okay.
It's 200 feet up and can only be accessed by flying. So far.
And I mean, since we're just like, what are we, level 4?
Yep.
Yeah, level 4.
I don't think any of us have flying, because I think that's a 3rd level, so...
Yeah.
Right, so safe to say that discussions and diplomacy didn't go well with Yuki and Kian, so we might be fucked.
Oh yeah, I started shooting the houses at the Arashari place trying to get their attention. And instead we just got some prissy prick coming down telling us they're gonna let the civilians die.
Okay. Well, so there's people around us who seems to not be able to fly too.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
30 traders and
Are they
travelers and
they
stuff.
angry? Do they seem to care?
They seem very focused on survival at the moment.
Okay.
I also might have caused somewhat of a panic by telling them to run away.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, everything's fine. I guess we just start moving away from the portal and get behind the Arashari city so that it has to
But-
hit them first.
Wow.
That'll force them to help.
The rift
Well,
thing
they're-
is that in the sky
They're
too.
coming for you, Kian. I don't think that'll help.
It's hard to tell. It's on the horizon, but obviously
But
where it's so far away, it's either far away and big, or
Close to the wall.
close and small.
We walked
Yeah.
for an hour and it
But
still
however,
looked
walking
super
for an hour,
small.
it was
so.
still the same size roughly.
I mean, you gotta give us a little bit more info here, because if they're coming after you, can't you to know more exactly why they're really after you?
Yeah, why aren't they coming
all I
after you
know
in the
is
first place?
I had the little elemental ingot, and I put it in the thing, and then she was like, "Oh, I shouldn't have done that." And I was like, "Well, sorry." But then she's like, "I shouldn't have brought that here. They're all gonna come and kill you now." That's about all I know.
Who's she?
Who are we talking?
Some fire elemental lady who's like, "Oh, there's a war, and you gotta save everybody. The veil's breaking."
What's the war and what's the veil?
I'm not really sure.
Did she say what the war was between?
Kim, I trusted you with some very important information.
Yeah, it seems like it would be relevant exactly at
The least you
this
could have done
moment.
was take notes.
I did take notes, but they're not very good.
I mean, if we're talking about like wars and rifts and stuff, and we see a rift, and we see like the veil is breaking apart, and something is breaking over there, apparently.
Wait, let me get my notes out about the fire elementals.
At this point, Keir just pulls out his diary. Oh yeah, that war.
Shit, where are they? Here we go. Adara asked me to be their champion for the fire plane and to gather 3 other elemental ingots to help her seal the barrier. That's it. That's all I wrote down.
Would you say that this is probably the barrier?
I don't know.
It's not.
I mean, it's not.
Okay.
How can you be so sure that's not
Does
the
this have anything to do with it?
No.
Probably.
It's simply to do with you,
okay.
Kim.
No, they're just here to kill me. Great.
Okay.
They might not necessarily kill you.
Why do they want to kill you?
I'm just gonna wait for an Adara response.
I don't imagine they want to kill you. They just want what you have.
Well, they might not necessarily want to kill me. They just want what I have.
What do you have?
This ingot.
That's like the little metal that I made into my chest piece.
Okay.
Well, then just get rid of it then.
I'm not gonna get rid of it. That's very rude.
So is a fucking fire army coming out to kill you?
Oh, it's not my fault. You're the one who wanted to come here.
I'm sorry. After a giant demon snake thing was trying to attack the city, I thought maybe the safe idea, you know what, let's go to the airplane, because that looks safe. And yes, it seems a little bit safer than where we are.
Look, I don't see
realise
it if
it'd be
you
like we
happen to
had to
be
fly.
some force champion of the fire, whatever the fuck.
And this is why I don't fuck with magic. And weird
Darius.
fire blades.
Darius wants to walk over to Kian and
Oh.
press his thumb against his forehead.
Oh no.
Can I willingly let him do it?
You.
So he doesn't
don't
have to
really
roll
have a
for it, or does
choice
he
right
always
now.
have to roll for it?
As he just. Oh, okay. I mean, it's been a day, so yeah, you just put your forehead against this. I mean, you can try and allow it to happen, sure. Yeah, roll me I think it's a religion check? With
Religion
advantage.
check, yep.
To see how much you gleam. 21. Okay.
Yay!
That helped.
So yeah, you get a glimpse. Big old glimpse.
I'm just trying to get all the itty-bitty details and try and piece things together.
So yes, you go back. You specifically seek out that day. And you hear the voice saying that it is near, from transcending from an elemental to something bigger. This is Adara. There's a huge war in the fire elemental plane. It is a classical good versus evil that has sort of expanded into something much larger than just the principle. Currently, sort of the evil open quote side is losing, and Adara doesn't necessarily want to win, just wants to stop the other side from becoming so large they can attack the material plane. There's also mention of 4 total elemental ingots that can be acquired. If all are found and combined, they can empower Kian himself. However, if he does such, it will also empower the sort of the elemental plane and could cause merging, or he can basically sort of sacrifice them in order to empower Idara, which will essentially cut off the fire plane from the material plane almost entirely for 1,000 years, until this cycle sort of starts again.
Wait, so since he used it like by himself, he empowered the fire plane?
No, I think, well, could have, but we're only really in trouble if all 4 are combined on Kian.
That was my understanding, yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, we can sacrifice all 4 to give it to Idara, and Idara can shut off, close the bridge.
That when it says empower him, it's not simply putting it into his armor. It's something bigger than that.
Into his soul itself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can become a big, juicy boy, or I can save the world.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to get real buff and get them stats, or do you want to save the world like a goody two-shoes?
Hey, why not get big and save the world?
Ooh.
All right.
And in your head, Darius, you just hear Idara.
Someone else saying her name?
You hear the your benefactor.
Or spooky boy.
Mm-hmm.
Seems he's happy with this little nugget of knowledge.
Okay. Alright, he's gonna cut the connection then. After finding out what he needs to know. And he's just gonna, repeat all that to everybody.
Right. So that's what you do when you, press your thumb into their head. You get information somehow.
Yeah, so to speak. That's kind of what I do. That's what I've been doing the whole time.
Against their will, or is that, a mission thing?
Can be against their will.
Oh.
Does anyone else listen to the information?
No, it just goes for me. That's the power that I have.
Insight on that.
Yeah. Yes.
Why
is everybody so distrusting of Darius?
Well,
deception check.
Everybody hates me. I want to wait till healing rolls. Okay.
Apparently I can't.
Wow.
Okay, come on.
You don't have to roll that high.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just him that has the ability to listen.
I'm still suspicious because I have my own god.
Yeah, I don't understand magic, so I'm like, oh, it must work like that, I guess.
And they do know that I have the benefactor too.
Yeah.
To tell them, so he's rubbing his head strained a little bit.
Well, okay, I guess it's good knowledge, but it didn't really help our situation right now.
I basically told you all the important things.
Sure, good. Really good, but it still didn't help us, right?
Could you have not mentioned that before, Kian, before I was like, hey, let's go to an air elemental plane, and I didn't realize that you had such a giant...
I didn't think it was anything bad. I just was like, probably should stay away from the fire plane. I didn't think it was just, the whole thing.
Why doesn't anyone want to help us up?
Because they're all
not their
assholes,
problem.
I guess.
No, there's a lot of things in the world that's not our problem either, but I mean, we're good people.
That's just how some people are, unfortunately. They normally just care about themselves.
I am a bit worried though. If they're trying to leak into the material plane, what does that mean for us? Are there other rifts like this open in the material plane?
Well,
Not yet. Not as big.
Not yet. That's good news. She says not yet.
not yet,
Not as
but
big.
there is chance.
I was just gonna say, what's the second part? Keith's not even gonna say the second part.
You guys gotta understand. I don't listen that well.
I have the feeling that Kian's telling us a lot of information, neither is not processing that much, or we're just...
Well,
You know what? That's fine at this point. I'm more worried about what we have in front of us anyways at the moment.
And let's be honest, like, we probably cannot... We could barely deal with a fucking single hag. What the hell are we gonna do against an entire fire plane?
I mean, we can't do anything. We just need to get back.
I guess the best thing we do is just set a perimeter, really, and just keep an eye out on this thing until...
Talking, you start to hear a thunder sort of gather ahead. Then the clouds sort of from all around the sky start to form closer and closer to the to what you assume to be the Airshari cloud village, whatever. The clouds then start to get closer, start to spin. You see within the spinning clouds, clusters of lightning starts to shatter through the clouds and embold it. The clouds then start to turn a dark grey and start to form towards sort of the front of the village, and then condense into a small orb. You're now just watching it as it throbs. Horrible word, but that's what it's doing.
Feel like pulsating a little bit, like a heartbeat.
Horrible words, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is going on?
It's engorging.
Oh no.
Terrible.
That's even
That was
worse.
probably the worst one.
Can I do something that I have never done in front of this group?
Yes, you get naked.
I am going to sit down, place my gun in front of me. I'm going to pull out my amulet to the art cart, and I'm going to start praying.
Okay.
I think you really
Because that's all I have left.
Interesting.
Yeah, you see Kian starts to pray.
Do we know who that symbol belongs to at all?
Probably. It's one of the more common
Yeah.
gods, isn't it?
Roll me a religion check.
Ooh, I have a lovely 0 in that. Because I got it too. Oh, that's
You're a
just
very
religious
non-religious
bullshit.
person.
Yeah, I was going to set the DC at 5. You have no idea. There's too many of those gods.
There's too many of them damn gods.
There's
Can't keep
Unity
track of
1,
them.
there's like...
Do I need to roll?
1.
No, you've heard of the Arcart.
Well, I think we need to do something more like, I don't know. Well, we're like stranded here. We need to get up.
Well, we tried to
Or
contact
out.
them and we got a dickhead in front of us and there's nothing else we can do.
Well, try again. We can't just like.
We can't contact them apart from Kian. Kian's the only one that's got like a weapon and Darius's fire doesn't even reach them. I mean, I doubt even my crossbow or like even Adric's one could even get there. You have like...
try.
Honestly, I'm running very close to that idea. Like I said, this is completely out of my element here. I thought the magic people here would know it, but that's the case then. We might be a little bit fucked.
This is very much out of our wheelhouse as well.
You know, I'm still around.
Oh,
We
you're
all hear
very
that?
cryptic and not very helpful.
No, you don't hear that. Only Kian and Darius. And Darius, seeing as he's not here, pulls out a shard.
Alright.
I just saw that, I was like, right.
Okay. You can now see the large orb that is expanding and reducing.
Is oscillating a word in English?
Undulating? No, that's not.
Undulating would work, I think.
I don't know. Undulating's more like the worm, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, oscillating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a physics word.
Okay, it's oscillating. Still.
Where are the like traders and stuff? How far away did they go?
They stayed exactly where they started.
Good. Yep.
Are you heading over to them, or are you still just shooting in the air where you can now?
No, I'm still just praying.
Okay.
Have we tried to talk to them?
Kind
of, yeah. They started to talk to him, and then Kian started to tell them that they need to run away or they're gonna die. And Darius told them that it's okay, they don't need to worry. No, Adric, sorry, told them that it's okay and that they were gonna investigate, kind of thing.
Okay, but do they have any ways to contact? Do we know that?
I don't think so.
I go. Are they far away?
About an hour's travel. They didn't travel. Yeah, you guys travel away.
Okay.
You can travel back if you like.
Well, no, not without the rest of us.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
I like how I heard Adric, sorry, that I disconnected.
Nice.
There we go, I'm back. Was that sorry?
No, we're just trying to find out what to do.
Explaining how you were trying to calm down people Kian had told were gonna die.
Panic. Yeah.
Don't calm. What he said, he's just a crazy person.
They are gonna die though.
How panicked are they at the moment?
They're setting up shop.
There's nothing really else we can do apart from separate and hopefully wait for someone. I mean, maybe that gnome lady might be back, or someone else who's like an Ashari and knows what the hell they're doing. I don't even think we've got any kind of camping equipment.
Yeah,
I left mine on the
rations
car.
left as well.
Bollocks.
That is where all of our tents and shit are.
I'm just seeing if I've actually got anything. I have one thing that could get their attention.
Mm-hmm.
I have this horn that I stole when we were trying to rescue Aurelia. That might be able to get some attention.
From everyone, I guess, but go for it.
It's either that or this pack of playing cards I have, so it's better than one. I'm going to try and blow into the calling horn as loud as possible. See if I can get anyone else that wasn't that douchebag.
So you start blowing into the horn. How long are you going to be going on for?
Continue.
How long are you going to be blowing into the horn for?
I'll blow into it for quite a while until I'm out of breath. So like try and do it for like a minute, just like a big just blow like that, wait a couple of minutes and then try again and see if there's no reaction.
So you go until you run out of breath. Roll me
Then he
a
passes out.
intelligence check.
Will it not trap? That's a 15.
Yeah, the thunder and lightning's probably drowning out the horn.
Damage.
You can see it's still continuing to compact into that small orb. Clouds, the sky now remaining in like in a mix between sort of a blue and a black, like a dark purple.
Do we know what it is?
The big orb?
Yeah.
Sure. Make me an Arcana check.
Sure. $15.
You know of druids and other such nature-based sort of powers. It seems like it's a calling of some sorts, of some sort of weather control.
Mm-hmm.
What it's for, you can't quite hazard a guess, but for some reason they are forming a great amount of power into a small, trying to condense it into this orb.
But does it seem like it's the druids that are doing it, or is it like a threat against the druids, or like what's...
The way it is positioned beneath the village, sort of facing the rift, you assume it's probably the people that live up there.
Okay. And does it look like they're like... What would you call it? Like... gathering more to it?
Yeah, you can see, constantly see this entire, like, all the clouds are starting to come into it, yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to do.
Nope, I'm out of options.
So, let's wait and see.
Yeah. I'll set up and just get a perimeter. And I'll basically just keep watch out on that, whatever that little fire plane construction that they've got going on there.
Okay. So you wait. And you see the orb is currently enlarging, getting more powerful, it seems. And then you see a single form head out, sort of like where the from the sort of construction of the village, that it's in a sort of diamond shape, and the point that is facing the rift, you see a form heads out from that way, hanging over. You can just suddenly see them in the air, making some sort of movements with their hands. And you can't hear what they're saying, but you can hear certain words of power just sort of being shouted, impossibly loud. And then you can see what seems to be 300, 400 people start to sort of float out from the edge of this village in like a perfect diamond formation on the outer side. And they're all chanting, and you can, it's almost a soft chorus of sounds as they what sounds like singing, but forming some sort of powerful lending of magic. And then finally, you see the individual at the front finish his move, his almost seems like a dance in the air, pointing towards the rift, and you can then see the orb beneath start to shake and violently start to oscillate. For eventually, you see from it a very large bolt of lightning flies straight towards the rift and hits it. And it's almost like a barrier is stopping the bolt from heading forth. And then you can hear the chanting start to get faster and louder as the bolt of lightning starts to get stronger and thicker. And as it is, you can see as the clouds sort of surrounded it, it's starting to get smaller. And smaller and smaller until it's so small that you can actually see that the cloud is getting sucked through the lightning and hitting into the rift. You watch as the fire around the rift starts to die down a little. And as the last of the cloud starts to hit the rift, almost a spherical, not spherical, more of a circle surrounds it. And you can see it surrounds perfectly the creases of the rift, seemingly stopping it from expanding.
But it's still there.
But it's currently still there. From the rift, you see this large face come down. These two sort of golden eyes looking through. And then moves away.
Oh, I thought he was just gonna come down and look, what are you guys doing? I'm coming through. Was the face very clearly much bigger than the hole?
Yes.
Boy. So they needed the rift even bigger than it already was.
Or it was just a very small rift and that was a normal elemental set.
I'm gonna start clapping.
Okay. Now you can see from the edges of the sort of the village, people start to fly down. See, they're flying around, sort of spotting people, and coming down to you. You see the same gnome, and she has 7 other people with her. She flies down next to you, Zeldor. Zeldor?
Yes. Are you guys okay? What the hell was that?
You can see her eyes are dark and drooping. The ones with her don't seem as tired. She's like, "Oh well, we just had to help. This isn't our plane, you see, so we had to bargain."
Bargain with what?
Power. You're not very magical, I see.
Don't think I've got a single inch of it in my body, to be fair.
See, this seems to dampen her mood a little.
Well, I mean, I've got this little mark thing that I can do, but I don't know if that's really magical or not. But
your hair might be considered very magical.
Well, I guess for some people, like, it can be considered magical. It depends how much you wash it, I suppose. But are you okay?
Well,
you seem quite.
I'm sure you can be tended to. And she starts to fly off as the other 7 come over now.
Wow, that was a quick cold shoulder.
I just kind of go to them. Is she okay? Like ritual take a lot out of her, or whatever that was.
I'm more concerned of who she bargained with.
Yeah.
The guy, one of the men turns to you, goes, "Seemed to me like you blew it."
I didn't know I was blowing anything, to be fair. Like.
Well, it is the air elemental plane.
Here, take my hand.
Okay. He's just so confused. He has no idea what's going
Takes
on.
a hold of your hand and starts to fly with you up.
You just have to believe.
You see several of the others start to come over to you guys and ask for your hands.
Sure.
Okay, they take your hands, start to fly up with you. You can see currently where the people are that are setting up tents are now deconstructing the tents. And you fly up into the village, or heading up towards the village, and we shall take just a quick 10-minute break there.
Okay.
So we return to Monster Hunter talk. Just to really irritate
No.
Purry.
So I actually did have that happen in the middle. My friend was like, "Hey, want to play?" And I'm like,
She sleeps with her back feet in her face.
It's so cute.
What a weird puppy.
It's so cute.
So, you are pulled up to the city in the sky. And it is not a village like the Ashari villages. It's not small. As you make your way up, it is full of large, towering buildings, multiple stories high, made of a whitish material that looks a lot like marble, except there's no imperfection. There's no cracks, chips, or anything. It is completely obnoxiously white, so much so that wherever the light source from this place is coming, because there isn't a sun in the sky, wherever this light source is coming from, sort of glints off it into your eyes, and it's a sort of an omnipresent glow that comes from this building, these buildings even, that make it hard to look away from. However, as you get closer, eventually your eyes start to begin to settle. And they start to bring you up and over this sort of cloud-like material on as that is the surface. However, when you put your feet to it, it's not as fluffy, I suppose, as a cloud looks. It's tough. It's more like kind of like styrofoam, but it doesn't squeak. And you see all these new people these non-Ashari people being brought up, and now that you're looking around, there's a lot of people here, more than that were just in the Ashari tribe, and not necessarily people as well. There are different sorts of creatures. There are forms of air that form a vaguely human shape. There are forms of air that show no humanoid shape, and there are also what you assume to be genies that are just sort of floating, wearing the typical Eastern merchant garb.
Neat.
And the little hat. And towards the obviously you're on a diamond shape. Towards the, I suppose you would say it's north because it's the front-facing area. There is a citadel like building, a large tower that is surrounded by these thick white walls, and within that large tower, not built out of wood like in the Shari tribe, it is built of the same marble like material, and it shoots up like a long, I got another word, shaft to the top, where it then splinters into a sort of like at the top of a watchtower. And on that you can see there are several people stood around it, and behind them, technically behind all of them, in the middle is the same tube of light that goes up. And once more, even further in the sky, as you look up, it's hard to quite grasp or get a vision of it because it's just this weird brightness wherever it comes from, so present, but you can just see the forms and the edge of the same ball that you previously, I suppose, flew into. And they finally bring you down to the pathway, and the way this place is built it's very the same materials all over. It's the floor, it's the walls. However, to sort of distinguish paths, there is lower deviance, or some, almost like a like water. Where water goes through, like not valves, but there's a word for it.
It's like a aqueduct. Yeah.
So like aqueducts are going through, and that sort of distinguishes a path. It's not as deep, but it just basically distinguishes this is the path, where there are large sections of non-path buildings, statues and things are built from the same material. It seems that they have an abundance of this material and very lack of anything else, or perhaps this is the only thing that they can mold. However, you can now see that all these different people are coming out of these buildings and looking around. There's something interesting, is that every floor has a door on the outside, seemingly that this place is very accustomed to those who like to fly and like easy access. However, there is a entrance towards the floor for those that do not fly. It appears they have thought about that, at least in the city, maybe not for when you're down below. And as everyone's looking out, you can see towards this citadel-like building, there is a grand procession of individuals. There's almost like a choir. So there's steps that go up to the entrance of the citadel, and along it, and they slowly funnel into a triangle. And along the outside, curving around, is around 30 to 40 people that are currently just stood there. And there are, behind them, you can see 4 individuals that seem to be coming up to the up towards the stairs now. And you see the people that are currently at the point of the triangle split, let the 4 come through, and they start to hum and then sing into a low melody. You see the main individual step forth. He spreads his hands. Hail. The voice echoes past all of you with immense power. This man does not look very tired. Something that you have noticed with most other people is they look like whatever they just did has lent a darker or a lower mood from everyone.
Is he like super old or
not particularly? He's got white hair, but that doesn't, like, his eyes don't look particularly old. His skin doesn't look like it. It's almost like an elf in nature, like how their skin is so young and sort of fresh. However, the ears aren't pointed. They're not. In fact, if anything, they're kind of like fishes. They're pulled tightly back, but then and then they sort of like dip in like a W.
Does he look drained, kind of like that gnome lady?
No, he looks very, very spruce.
he's the only one who looks fine.
He looks better than most, yeah. And I don't know if that's a testament to his power or just how little he committed to the actual spell. However, after he says the words, sort of hail, the power within them, you recognize it from the initial casting, and that you assume this was the person that spearheaded the lightning strike.
Do you mind if we ask how you guys contain the portal?
So you are one in a crowd of 30, so you just poke out, and you say
the smallest two.
You see as he's like sort of taking a breath to say something else, and you sort of interrupt him. You look, the one to his right, you recognize as the man that came down.
Okay.
Oh, that douche lord.
And then there's also one to his left, and then there's a third person that is on the right of the guy that's on the right. So there's 4 of them in total.
Does he answer the question?
Sorry. No, he does not.
It's quite rude.
Well, the rest of your people okay? Like, we saw that Anomaly and a few of the others, they seem quite drained from whatever ritual that you just commenced. Like, said that it cost them something. Like,
Taking no response.
Yeah, as you're speaking, I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, like, there's all the non-flyers, I suppose, are sort of bickering and shouting out. And he's sort of scanning you all. And he puts his hand up, and you see the people start to bicker down a little bit. Welcome to Vale Tal'Dorei.
Bless. Vale Tal'Dorei.
I am Vale, and he points to his right. This is Marion. Then to his left, this is Zario. And this is Karin. And he points to the one on the far right for the 4th. We are what's known as the Council here. I know many of you may have questions, and all will be answered. But you are safe now from the dangers below. The rift has been temporarily held. There is no need to worry, and as soon as things are taken care of on your plane, you will be sent back.
Okay.
is there anything we can do to help?
I don't know, can you? And Darius and Darius and Keen, you here? You know, I can help. I can really help.
Fuck off.
Yeah, basically.
I could fix it.
Well, it seems to be fine. They've stopped the encroaching rift.
Oh, I don't mean the rift. I mean the big, scary smoke monster.
I just don't trust him.
I don't either.
He's too eager.
I gave you my
He
word.
is.
I'll do no wrong.
Too eager.
I'm just so ready to help after being locked away for so long. Well, dead for so long.
Trusting a god of trickery is one way to die.
I've changed.
Insight check.
Bollocks!
You don't need to insight check it. It seems he said it with a bit of mirth anyway.
Darius just starts ignoring him at this point.
Have it your way. And sort of fades away again. And then sort of Vale has been talking and comes back into it. You will be offered free lodging and food for your stay. Anything else you wish to acquire will be acquired through the traditional means of trade. Any assistance that you can provide will be paid in kind with better lodging and better food.
Darius just looks to the rest of the group. Do we want to see about getting the hell out of here? I'd rather not get stuck here forever.
That's true, but don't you think we could also as well get good with the get these guys to help us with the blue mouth problem?
Well, the problem is we're running out of time. The longer we stay here, the more time is going by outside.
That is true.
We are on a strict schedule. We only cut off some hours at most.
But then again, it's like, what other places can we really go without like asking these guys? We can't really go back empty-handed.
I don't know. Does anyone else have any ideas?
We're kind of stuck here until they fix whatever's out there, I guess.
If we can't leave, then maybe the best thing to do right now is get in good favor with them. It is a group decision, but I feel like I kind of got us into this mess, so let's try to give a suggestion.
Well, we're low on food anyway, so I suppose we should just get what we can here and then leave if they'll let us, I guess?
Sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to leave all of our things on the cart.
Does
back
anybody speak primordial?
outside.
No.
I believe I do, but it is the Ignan variant. Yes, I speak primordial, but it is Ignan.
Okay, so
No, I don't speak it, but I could understand it if I comprehend languages.
there are certain signs around that don't make a lot of sense, but you get the idea of what they are. Like, there is a store called the Food Land, and you assume it's supposed to be something a bit more, interesting, but when translated to Igwian, it's a bit dodgy. But yeah, you can find certain places, or you can comprehend language and find exactly where you want them. It's pretty easily labelled out, even though it does seem like a tight community. It seems that they have some visitors here and now, and that they have enough visitors that having signs is important, even if it isn't a different language.
Alright, I'll go into Foodland.
Okay. So yes, you come into Foodland, and at the entrance, it's a simple box. There's a left and a right. Which one do you want to enter?
Right.
Okay, you go right, and you enter into a room that has a bar made of the same simple white again. And it seems that the light from outside reflects inside and lights up the room. There's no bulbs, there's no lanterns. In fact, there's no windows either, even though the whitish material is not opaque, but it's not translucent enough to see outside, but it does seem like almost like crystalline in that it allows energy to come in and reflect around, which keeps this place bright. Yeah, and then the bar kind of area swoops around. Tables are made of the same material, however they have these pink, purple, brown cushions on them to help for those that have a posterior that needs seating. And at the bar currently seems to be some sort of floating man, quite rotund, a couple of extra chins.
I suppose I'll talk in Ignin? And I'll just I don't know if they speak common. And I'll just ask for rations, food, anything.
Okay, so it takes about 5 minutes of back and forth. But eventually, he agrees to provide you with rations if you wish.
Cool. At what price?
It's gonna play you a little. It's gonna ask for 2 extra silver.
Per ration?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, how much are they normally?
I believe 5, but let me check that.
5 or 6, I think. Five silver pieces, I see.
Yes, he will ask you for 7.
Okay. Let's see. Times. How much does he have?
He has not given you a limit.
Does he have 20 rations?
So yeah, after a minute of back and forth with numbers, yes, he can provide 20.
Okay, so that'll be 14 gold.
Okay.
We have food again.
Hey.
You have roughly 5 days worth of food, yes. Is it 5?
But I think that was around about the same length that took us to get here and back. About a week or so.
That was with us cutting a couple hours.
Can I also ask him if he has any exclusive food to the airplane?
Okay.
Like tourist food?
Yeah, so again, some back and forth, and yeah, he offers up a, or he explains poorly, a rough translation of bird that only fly here.
Sure. How big is it?
He asks for a gold for it, so you assume it's a pretty big thing.
I'll buy 5.
Okay. I mean, he looks at you like, whoa, with surprise.
Whoa.
He's just sort of, his eyes go
I'm gonna
blank.
laugh if they're fucking enormous.
His eyes go blank for a moment. And then he comes back. And then, yeah, so you wait a while. And yeah, he brings out these huge duck-like creatures that are around 7 foot long. Like,
Jesus.
they cover an entire table.
He just brings out a whole fucking ostrich.
Oh no!
Yeah. And he puts them on the 2 tables that are in this right room. Then he tells you that the other 3 are in the left room.
Jesus Christ, Kieran, what did you just buy?
I don't know. I guess that's 5 gold.
5 gold?
I'll just start dragging them out of the store, I guess.
Just dragging them from the table.
I'll put some sacks down so that they're not on the floor.
So the actual body is only about like 4 foot, because like 3 of it is like neck and head and legs. But
I'll just
still
start
4
dragging
foot is. What's your strength?
It's 12, I think.
Do you want
12.
a hand carrying?
You can drag 1. Like, this is heavy.
Yes, please.
I will help him carry his 5 carcasses he's just brought upon us.
Are they cooked or are they not cooked?
No, they're all well cooked.
Cool.
With my 16 strength.
You can drag 2 very slowly by their necks.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
They don't fit out the door either. Like,
I'll just.
They are lowered in.
We'll smash it through.
Okay. Start taking off prime cards.
To be.
We'll just start like shredding it and putting it in the sack.
Okay. How about we rip it into pieces? That might help.
As you're leaving like this horrible, slimy, greasy trail along the floor.
Sorry.
You drag it outside, and people just start coming over and taking like chunks off it and eating it.
Oi!
Oi!
Get your own fucking carcass.
Okay. I see. I thought that was for all of us.
I was gonna offer you some, but now you're just fucking stealing it.
Should have asked first.
There's just so much.
I'll
there
keep
is.
2 for our party, and then the refugees can have
The
other 3.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty happy with that big meal. They seem quite delighted with it.
I don't. What's the taste like?
It tastes like duck. It's a sweeter meat. But yeah, it's pretty nice. It's very well very well cooked.
All right, well that's good enough.
This would be better with some hoisin duck and some onions.
Yeah, it's also very greasy. Not like it's basically cooked in grease, which makes it very sweet, but also very bad for you, but also very nice.
We'll burn the calories. It'll be fine.
Classic tourist food.
Yes. Usually for a family, 1 per family, but you have got 2.
We have a dwarf with us. I'm sure we need a little extra.
Okay. And as you eat your meal, we'll come to a close there.
Oh, that's it?
For tonight, yeah.
Okay.
Climatic end of us being confused and eating food.
Yeah.
Yes. The duck turns and says, "What you mean, bro?" And we'll end there.
Oh!